So, this isn't an ADHD moment. This is a very concerned for our elderly and our current healthcare system. I have been driving Lyft for approximately 4 or 5 months now. And the one consistency that I have found are these healthcare providers who will dispatch these rides for our elderly, and in doing so, either put inaccurate information, inaccurate contact information, or leave instructions that are so obtuse that I, as a driver, have to try and figure out how to help this person get to where they need to go. All right. Example, just dropped off a very, very nice lady. I feel extremely bad for her. She has very severe mobility issues. She's 87 years old, can't walk around very much. She needed to come down here to Walmart. When she talked to her healthcare provider to schedule this ride, she told them specifically, have him contact me when I arrive. He needs to come down the driveway. It was a very very sloped, steep driveway, so that she could get in the vehicle, because she can't walk up it. She just can't. I didn't have any of that information. The pin that they had dropped for her location was so far down the street, I had to actually follow the addresses to find her pickup location. The phone number that they said for me to contact when I arrived there was 100% incorrect. It was a disconnected phone number for Verizon. The phone number she gave me wasn't anywhere in those notes. When I pulled up, I said I arrived, waited for it, didn't see any sub-notes to the person. It wasn't until I went to contact them that I saw the note, please contact user when you arrive. That's when I called the phone number, found out the phone number was incorrect. So I get up out of my vehicle and go knock on the door, and I'm met with an extremely angry person. And I said, hi, I'm with Lyft. I'm here to pick up the said person. And he goes, fine, I'll get her, and slams the door in my face. As I get this lady into the car, she tells me back down, yada, yada, yada. I finally get her in the car. Have to assist her to get into the car. She's that frail. And she said, I told you were supposed to call me when you arrived. And I said, I tried. The number they had was incorrect. I couldn't reach you on that number. She said, well, what number did you have? So I read the number off to her. She's like, oh, yeah, that's not the right number. And I said, I'm well aware that's not the right number. I then asked her, did you book this through a third party? She says, yes, I did. I booked it through my healthcare provider. I'm not going to name them, but it has something with like, something states, it rhymes with provided and healthcare. So these people booked this for her, and all the information was completely incorrect. So I explained to her that, what I, as a Lyft driver, see when they send this information to me. They're booking it. We get minimal information because they don't put anything in these notes. How are we allowing this garbage system to treat our elderly people this way. How? I'm almost 50. And in 5 years, I'll be considered a senior citizen. This is the future that I'm looking forward to. I'm not really looking forward to it, but this is a future that I'm going to have to face. I am absolutely terrified to even deal with the healthcare industry. They never get it right. And, blame whoever the hell you want. Blame the government, blame the system, whatever. What it boils down to is these insurance companies are doing absolutely the bare minimum to provide services for the people who are paying them billions and billions and billions of dollars. Now, politics aside, I'm not for anyone's system. I'm not for anyone we need to go universal on this, we need to go universal for that. I'm not for that. The less government regulation, the better. Government regulation is what got us into this mess. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the system was screwed up before. But I remember, because I have family who was in insurance, both, property, casualty, and health. And they said, before this whole thing started, nobody has ever been denied health care. They had just had to pay a higher premium if they had additional problems, which makes sense. You have additional problems, you're going to have to pay a higher premium because you're going to be seeing the doctor more than someone who's healthy. You got the government involved. The system is now way worse than it was before. I get a lower grade of healthcare now than I was 15, 20 years ago. And if you don't believe me, I can show you how. 15, 20 years ago, I could walk into any office, talk to any doctor. The doctor would sit there, listen to my concerns, have a discussion with me, and we could formulate a plan for my health. Now, I go to a doctor's office, and I am treated like I am wasting their time. Like I have no business being in that office. When the doctor comes in and sees me, he doesn't care what my problems are. He doesn't want to listen to a single thing I have to say. He does his little thing and say, all right, here, do this and you're fine. It's about the numbers for them now. How many patients can we process in a day so that I can make money? Where it used to be about the healthcare. And this isn't just one doctor. In the last 4 years, I have seen 87 different doctors. Not by choice, but because when I schedule an appointment, I either have to wait several weeks to see the doctor, or I totally understand why people use the emergency room as their primary care physician. I have, even in the same office, when I try and schedule with the doctor, I rarely see the same doctor twice. And this causes me to change offices because I want a doctor that's going to get to know me, that's going to understand me, that, we can have a history with. I'm not saying I want to go fishing with them, but come on. What are we doing to people in healthcare? This is garbage. It's got to be fixed. And then these healthcare providers, or not healthcare providers, these healthcare insurers are constantly changing their codes, which make it difficult for doctors to collect the money from these multi-billion-dollar insurance companies. and force it back onto the patient who pays these companies billions of dollars to sit there and continue to shell out a crap ton of money because the insurance isn't covering anything. I really didn't want to go off on this rant, but dealing with that lady, this is a common occurrence. I have been taking a lot of people to and from clinics, and the number one thing I hear over and over and over again is, I booked it through so-and-so, and here's what I told them. And then the information I get from so-and-so, none of that's in there. I have had phone numbers that are incorrect. I even had one where the name of the person was incorrect. The name they had put was the name of the person that she booked through. The lady's name was Savannah. The person she booked through was Trisha. Trisha put her name on there for the person getting the ride, not Savannah. I almost didn't pick the lady up because the name wasn't right. But after having a discussion with her and figuring out it was a freaking health insurance company that booked it for her, it all made sense. Seriously, this crap's got to stop. And it's got to stop. Not next week, not next month, not through some freaking government bureaucracy. This has got to stop by the companies themselves. You CEOs need to pull your heads out of your rectums, get together with all of your managers and all of your employees, have a major town hall, and fix it. Because quite frankly, I'm getting tired of paying you guys thousands of dollars every single year just for you guys to give me the big middle finger and say, we're not going to cover any of your health care because the doctor doesn't know how to put in codes because we changed them 30 seconds ago. It's bogus. It is totally bogus. You've got to fix it.